So, one of the big things that I always hear from real estate agents, the big question so many are asking right now, do I really want to stay in the real estate business? And I'm sure you've probably quandered that yourself or pondered it yourself. Do I really want to stay in this industry as tough as it's been with all of the things that have been thrown at real estate agents, with what happened with NAR, with what's going on with home prices and interest rates and lack of consumer confidence? It's been a lot for real estate agents to deal with. And fortunately, there's a lot of agents that are winning right now. But just like with any industry in the world, with any sport in the world, or with any competition, there's only winners and losers. There's nothing in between. There's only winners and losers. And I want you to think about this because it is a big question that so many agents are asking right now. And I want you to buckle up because you're going to get some real talk here. This is going to be the real answer to: should you stay in the business? What should you do? Are there other options for you to consider? And more importantly, how can you thrive if you do decide to stay in this industry here? I mean, the fact is, the business has lots of highs and lows. I think you'll agree. The highs are really high, but damn, those lows are really low. And an awful lot of agents struggle with that because this business is tough on the ego. It really is. That when you're winning, you feel like you can't be touched. It's the greatest business in the world. We love what we do. We love the families we're able to help. That big impact we're creating our own little way, creating a little dent in the universe. We're doing our part. But man, when the business is tough, when things slow down, when you have a slow month and one of those deals falls out of contract, it really becomes a lot to shoulder, right? It's a lot to deal with, and that's where you start dealing with issues where you don't sleep well at night. You have debt issues, and you're literally living deal to deal or check to check, closing to closing. I have over 1,000 training videos on YouTube, and I talk to an awful lot of agents. So I hear a lot of these things they're saying and the questions they have, the concerns they have, and that spiral that we all have, the highs and the lows, the ups and downs of this business. I've literally talked to agents that are considering getting out of the business. And then the next month, they want to open in other areas. They want team members. They want more people to work with them. And we see this happening because we are emotional beings. The fact is, if you're a winner on the inside, you don't do well when you're not winning on the outside, right? If you feel like you're supposed to be doing well, it bothers you when you're not doing well. Now, to the contrary, there's the other folks out there that are playing video games all day. They don't give a damn. They're never going to be anything. They're not even researching opportunities. They don't take advantage of opportunities. They'd rather look at excuses. They'd rather find reasons that they're not successful. I think you'll agree. There's real estate agents right now that the last article they read was the one about 49% of real estate agents closed nothing last year. 49% of real estate agents are on a team. They're always going to show zero. If they had 25 closings, they're going to show zero. Maybe you should stop looking for excuses and you should start looking for solutions for yourself. So, the fact is, we had January 1st of 2025, we had a major purge. We had an awful lot of agents that left the business. And those are the agents, by the way, that doesn't mean more business for you. They left because they had no business. So that doesn't really give anything to you. They weren't really closing much, but we had a major purge. And the fact is, if you can get reinvigorated, if you can get excited, if you can remember the reason you fell in love with this industry to begin with, and you can get on your horse and start riding a little bit here. You've heard before, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Well, the weak already got going. They're gone. You need to decide, are you going to dig in? Are you going to try harder? Are you going to do what you need to do here? The fact is, the average agent doesn't exist in America anymore. You are not going to be an average agent. If you're hoping to get average results, you're hoping to close one or two deals every month, forget it. It's not going to happen. That industry has passed us. It's not going to happen. You are either going to make a ton of money or you're going to struggle miserably. There's going to be no middle ground anymore. The middle has been gutted. It's been gutted by interest rates, by purchase price, average home sale price, by home affordability, by NAR lawsuits, by consumer confidence because of the NAR lawsuits. Let's not let it leave this conversation here. Keep in mind, we were proven in the court of law. We were liable for conspiring to fix commissions. It's not what we did, but we were proven guilty in the court of law. We were liable for that. The public knows that. It's all over the news. So it's been very, very difficult to deal with. And the fact is, if you're doing the right things, if you have the right marketing plan, we'll talk about that in just a second. If you have the right marketing plan, you're doing very well right now and you keep getting better. But we're seeing that separation. If I started talking right now about how horrible the market is, there's going to be an awful lot of agents that'll be like, the hell's this guy talking about, man? Things are good for me. But if I start talking about how amazing things are and how many closings you're having and where are you investing all your money now and what does your retirement accounts look like and where can we stack some of this cash, the other part of the industry is like, the hell's he talking about? Nobody's closing deals right now. See, you're on one side of the equation or the other. There is no middle ground. What I want you to do today is make the decision, decide that you're going to be on the right side of that equation. You're going to fall in love with the business again, fall in love with marketing campaigns again, do what you have to do to attract the business you need to attract. But the very definition of a average real estate agent, they're gone in America. They're not going to come back. If you saw my post the other day, you saw that the the longest living man, the oldest man alive on the planet is 117 years old. He will tell you he saw 3% mortgages one time in his life. It's your job to show your local marketplace whenever they buy or sell, it's damn sure going to be, it's a 100% chance that it will be at a higher mortgage rate than what they have right now. Get over it. Stay miserable in your current house or get over it. There is a 100% chance, unless we have another worldwide pandemic where it's illegal to talk to people and go outside and businesses are forced to be closed, there's a 100% chance your rate is going to be higher. That's the market. That's new. Because, by the way, don't be complaining that you bought a brand new pickup truck in 1953 for $17,000. You can't get one for $80,000 now. It's never going back to what it was. So your job is to educate the consumer to get over this hump, to get over this slower market that we've been experiencing here, because the agents that are doing it, they're winning. They're winning like crazy. There are a lot of agents that are doing extremely well here. So I don't want you to look to justify your losses or to justify that downturn. You know, we always say it's a roller coaster of income in real estate. If you're going down right now, you hate the business. That's because you're a winner on the inside. That's a good feeling. I want you to harness that feeling, but you got to take action to get back on the upswing. If you're looking around to see articles about 49% of real estate agents show zero closings in the MLS, how many teams are in your area? Those are the ones that are closing tons of deals. They got 10 agents on there. If they all did 8 or 10 or 12 transactions, guess how many they show? Zero. That has nothing to do with how much money you will individually make. Because if I show you a whole group of agents that made over $500,000 clear in 2024, don't think that means that's what you will do. Don't think that's the average of what Greg has shown me. No, your individual results will be based on your individual actions. What's going on in the marketplace or any other data that you're seeing, that's bullshit excuses for you to justify your current position. That's true on the positive side or the negative side. It's BS that has nothing to do with your actions, your income, or your results. You have to be really, really focused on what you're going to do to create revenue for yourself. You know, sometimes this business is easier than other times. If you've been licensed for over a decade, you know that's the case. Sometimes it's smooth sailing. You can just depend on past clients and sphere of influence, and deals just come to you. You don't even have to think about it. Just so many people are buying and selling, deals just happen. And sometimes you got to work. Sometimes you got to grind. It's like if we go on a bike ride, you know, you can have a 10 speed where it's real easy and you're pedaling easy. But damn, if we see that hill's getting ready to come up, you're going to have to work for a minute. And the harder you work, the faster you do it, the less breaks you take, the easier you're going to get up that hill. Well, look, we're going up a hill right now. You're going to have to pedal harder. You're going to have to do the things that need to be done for your real estate business to succeed. There are going to be easier times coming. There will be downhill times coming. where you don't even have to pedal. It just happens on its own. But damn it, for the next few years, 25, 26, 27, maybe even longer, there's a really good chance you're going to have to pedal hard. That's fine. We're willing to do that. It makes us fit. It makes us stronger. It makes us healthier. Because I got news for you. I think rates are going to go up more before they would ever go down. Statistics have shown that. It continues to happen. No matter what the feds are doing, that's not having anything to do with mortgage rates. So I want you to really think about, what are you going to do over the next few years to pedal it out, to work hard, to dig and win in this business called real estate? If you're going to succeed, it's only going to be at a high level. You got to get out of this survival shit. You got to get out of this, oh, if I can just get a couple of deals. What, then starve the next month? You're literally going month to month just trying to pay the bills? That middle class is gone, so stop making that your goal. If you are 150 pounds overweight, you're an idiot to try to create a game plan to lose 10 pounds. Whatever your game plan is, you ain't going to get there. You're going to lose 6 or 7, and nobody knows the difference, including your knees and including your heart. You need to go big to get the desired results that you want to have here. So what I want you to do today is I want you to imagine that you and I are having a consulting day tomorrow. I do blueprint days here occasionally where we'll get on Zoom and it's just you and I for the full day and we completely rebuild your business. Let's pretend that's happening for you tomorrow. What I would send you today is an email saying, here's what I need so I'm prepared for tomorrow. I need a complete copy of your entire marketing agenda. And I need your very best advertising controls, those pieces you use every single month that consistently bring in revenue for you. I want to look at that so we can review this tomorrow. If you were to email that to me today, if I said, send me your marketing agenda so I know what you're doing in February, March, and April, we'll look at those dates. We'll look at what you're doing. We'll look at what the cost is going to be. Are we doing enough on the free marketing side? How much business do we anticipate from this? But I also want you to send me your control pieces. What you always, this is my campaign I always do for expireds. This is my entire campaign for FSBOs. This is my entire campaign for geographic farming. Here's what I'm doing on baby boomers right now, because baby boomers is huge. We know all of them need to sell while prices are high. They're going to buy while prices are high because they're moving down in price and they're not using a mortgage. So they don't care about interest rates. They need to move now. So here's my whole campaign I'm doing there. Here's what I'm doing for divorce attorneys to refer business to me every month. Here's my campaign for probate attorneys to get them referring business to me every month. I'm also doing this on the condo development side. Here's my new construction offer. Can you send me that, or are you licensed and not practicing? Let me ask you a question. Do you have a real estate license and not have a business? What I asked you to send me was your business. I don't need a copy of your damn real estate license. You might be licensed and not practicing. Do you own a real estate license but not own a real estate business? The business can be written down on a piece of paper and documented, and this is what happens. It's regardless of you. You could be on vacation for 2 months, and this business will still keep happening. Or better yet, you could be here and you could keep all the money and you could do that on your own. But if you do not have this, if you can't send this to me for tomorrow's consultation, you don't even have a business. We're starting from scratch tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how to build a business around, okay, great, you're licensed. But this is no different than you being a licensed electrician. Okay, how do you make money? Well, when somebody needs electrical work, I run some ads on Craigslist and I hand out my business cards at parties and stuff. And, sometimes I have somebody needs electric. You don't have an electrical business at all. You're a licensed electrician that can help somebody when they need help. You don't have appointment after appointment after appointment. That's what a real estate business is. What do you mean, do I want to stay in the real estate business? You might want to get in the real estate business. You might be licensed, but not have a real business around your license. You might just be helping people from your sphere of influence, from your past clients. As deals come up, you help them, but you don't have a real business model. How many appointments did you go on yesterday? How many are scheduled for today? How many humans are you meeting face to face about their buying and selling needs? If you don't have that, you don't have a real estate business. You have a real estate license, which allows you to create a business around it. Are you telling me that if you're a plumber, you have a plumbing business? No. You could be a doctor and staying at home all day. You can be available in an emergency. If there's somebody's having a heart attack on the plane, you're the doctor that they call for. You can go in, you can save the day. But damn it, you're not helping people on a daily basis. You might be licensed, but not practicing. Researching all day, playing around online all day, getting on webinars, checking out social media, looking at some YouTube videos, looking at new ideas. You don't have a bit. You're looking for a business to build around your real estate license. But the fact is, you need a real business plan, a marketing agenda. If you can't send me that for our consultation tomorrow, you've just found what the real problem is. You need to stop searching for shit. You need to build a business around your real estate license. Because I can promise you one thing, if you've made it through the storm that we've been through, you do love this business. You do know that you can succeed. We know for certain you can do very, very well in this business. You got to rebuild that passion, but look, you know when you're going to love this business again, when you start winning. What you hate is losing. You don't hate the business. You don't hate anything about the business. As a matter of fact, you like confrontation at times. You like trials and tribulations. You like for things to get tough because it gives you something to overcome. But damn it, you hate getting kicked when you're down. You got to start winning again. So I can promise you, you do love the business, but you will not feel that until you start winning again. I think you'll agree. Give me a like if you agree that's true. There's any fake motivation that's out there. Nothing is real motivation other than going to the bank with closing checks. You helped another great family, you got another great testimonial, and you were paid handsomely for what you did. That's what's going to make you love the business again. Give me a thumbs up if you agree that's the case. Winners love to win, but they can't stand to lose. It bothers them. They want to throw stuff. They would perform badly in the press conference if they lost because they've disappointed themselves. They see themselves as a winner. Well, I'm telling you now, you've got to build a business around what you're doing. Overwhelm is a symptom of a bigger problem, which is a lack of direction and a lack of focus. Overwhelm means too many choices. That's what it means. It's so many choices, you do nothing. If you ever feel overwhelmed, it's because you got too much shit. You know what you need to do? Go in your email box and unsubscribe from 20 people today. I'll bet you can't do it. I'll bet you'll get to 17. Go in and unsubscribe from 20 people today. And unsubscribe from Greg Luther if I'm not helping you. But if you do that, you'll start getting rid of overwhelm. You won't have so many options. You'll actually take a road. As Babe Ruth was quoted as saying, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Just go. Don't stay there. That's where overwhelm comes from. If you want to build a business around your real estate business or around your real estate license, that's going to come from having offers that you put out to the general public that are attractive to them. Here's what I do for buyers. Here's what I do for sellers. Here's how I would break that down in every individual niche. Let's look at that together, and I can tell you how much money you're making every month. I can have a pretty good guess of what last year's income was if you send me your marketing campaign and what your control pieces are that consistently bring in business for you. The reason you follow Greg Luther Coaching, the reason you get on our morning meetings, if you're over on our YouTube channel, you know I go live every single Tuesday morning. The reason you're doing that is because you want to grow your business. What it takes to get agents to succeed. I've been doing this 25 years. We've been through high markets, low markets, great markets, horrible markets, high interest rates, and low interest rates. And agents keep winning because they keep adjusting. They're doing the right things. But the fact is, you will love this business again when you start winning. It's your job to make it happen, because the bad news is, if the market ever turns around that home prices go down some or rates go down some or whatever, that's going to let you fail forward a little more. You're going to get a couple more closings. You're going to think you're surviving, and then the market's going to slow down again, and you're going to be right back in the same position. You have to go big. That's what I teach. That's the reason you follow me. That's the reason you get on our webinar trainings. That's the reason I get so many emails every single day from agents that are struggling and want to turn around. And then once they get that turnaround, they love telling me their success stories. I want you to be that person as well. Fall in love with a business, build a business around your license, and we'll talk very soon. I'm Greg Luther, and bye-bye for now.
Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you're never going to see me again. I consistently put out regular content, and it's extremely helpful for real estate agents to grow their business. I want to keep you up to date on what's working so that you're in the know and you can take action accordingly. So be sure that you like and comment here, but most importantly, make sure you follow, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything. I'm here to help you in growing your business, and I'd love to do so. Follow right now.